Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Monday. I hope your week is off to a good start. So excited about today's video because guess what? I found another amazing sunscreen. So as I mentioned in my Biossance video last week, I am in the process of doing my yearly sunscreen hunt to gather for this sunscreen series that I tend to do every single spring, which leads up to a sort of, I guess, compilation video of the different sunscreens that I have found that work extremely well on this skin of mine. So before I get into the review, I do want to let you guys know about my skin type because I do think that this could potentially make a difference in whether this sunscreen is a good fit for you or not. I will say, however, I feel like probably most people could actually use this particular sunscreen. But what I'm saying here is that it's extremely great for those of us with the oilier skin type, because most of us know that if you get the wrong sunscreen, it can literally, you can watch it slide off your face. Like, it is a process that you can witness in the mirror as your oil breaks through, and it literally like will lift things off your face and like cause them to slide down. I've had it happen. It's awful. It's very fixable. You just go wash your face and you start over, but it's super inconvenient, right? So finding the right sunscreen for an oily skin type is very important. So I'm glad I'm doing this video today because I would definitely recommend picking this up during the sale, which is what I did. By the way, you guys, I will have my Sephora sale haul video coming up later on this week, so stay tuned for that. But when I went into my local Sephora, I knew that I was going to pick up a few more sunscreens. I just wanted to see them in person and just, you know, like have the box to pick up and read, see all the ingredients, all that stuff. So yeah, I went in store and purchased a few things on top of my online order. So today we are talking about a Supergoop sunscreen, which is a sunscreen brand that I have not tried in the past. And this is their Mineral Sheer Screen. This is an SPF of 30, and this is a 100% mineral broad spectrum sunscreen, SPF 30 PA+++. So this is a zinc oxide sunscreen. It is a 17.5% zinc oxide. I always compare all sunscreens to my Holy Grail, which by the way is also available at Sephora. So I will also link this down below because this is hands down my #1 sunscreen. And guess what? I found like a very, very close second to this guy at this point. This is the Paula's Choice Resist Super Light Daily Wrinkle Defense SPF 30. This is still in the slightly older packaging. What I will link below is in their newer packaging. It's the same product, same formulation. So this particular sunscreen, I stood there for a while in front of the Supergoop wall and I read up about the different sunscreens, looked at different people's reviews. They actually have a matte sunscreen option. However, I passed on that one because the reviews were actually better for this than the matte sunscreen. So I'll also link the matte down below in case you wanna look it up. This particular sunscreen is, this is 1.5 ounces. Yep, 1.5 ounces, and it retails for 38 bucks. They say that this is a totally sheer, weightless, 100% mineral daily sunscreen lotion that provides SPF 30 protection and shields the skin from blue light. So what I really liked about just initially looking at this was that it's a newer formula for them. It is supposed to be a sheer sunscreen. They do say that it's good for normal, combination, and oily skin. So do know that if you have dry skin and you typically don't do well with mineral sunscreens, I don't know that this would be the best fit for those of you with dry skin. Actually, if you have dry skin, I'm going to refer you to last week's video of the brand new Biossance Squalane and Zinc Sheer Mineral Sunscreen. I will link this down below as well as my review of it. If you have dry skin, this is the mineral sunscreen for you. This also, by the way, has zinc oxide in it, but that is so hydrating that it was like way too hydrating for my skin type. So this formula is a lightweight cream, and I'll show you guys what it looks like here in a second on the skin. What I found interesting is that there's squalane in this as well. I should actually hold up. This is what the tube of sunscreen looks like here. So there is squalane in here. There's obviously also squalane in the Biossance, but I think a lot more of it in there. So the highlighted ingredients in here, obviously besides the zinc oxide, is that they have bush clover extract, which apparently protects the skin from free radicals and oxidative stress from blue light, which is obviously from all of the screens that we are constantly in front of every single day. There's also aloe leaf juice in here, which provides a moisturizing benefit and visibly smooths the skin. And then the squalane oil leaves skin soft without a greasy residue. Supergoop is vegan, by the way. They're gluten-free, which I know now is definitely important for those of you that have celiac disease. And most importantly to me personally is this brand is cruelty-free. So they say, what else you need to know here? This is a super sheer, barely there formula that effortlessly blends into the skin, leaving a smooth, natural finish that can double as a primer under makeup. I'll address that. Formulated with non-nano zinc oxide, this mineral lotion applies like a lightweight, veil-like consistency for protection from UV rays. The unique whipped texture quickly blends into a smooth sheer finish on application. The formula provides an innovative sheer matrix technology that suspends the sunscreen actives in a matrix for a totally sheer finish, unlike any other mineral formula, without compromising efficacy. You guys, this is so good. This feels like a dream on my skin. So let's take a look. It does have that kind of interesting, almost moussey, but still lotion-like type texture. You can see it's white. This does not have a tint. It does spread easily across the skin. Once you get it going, this isn't one that is difficult to like spread on the skin. You do spend, and here comes Penny. You do have to spend just about a minute making sure that it's properly rubbed. Oh, she brought a bone. It's her bamboo bone. She loves that thing. You do have to spend just a few minutes here making sure that you spread it out properly, you know, making sure to get it on your lids, underneath your eyes. I don't get any irritation from this around my eye area at all. Like, I can totally use it everywhere on my face. I can bring it down onto my neck. What's nice about this one, I guess, if I wanted to compare it to the Paula's Choice, is there is no tint. The tint can be a little troublesome to those that like to have just one SPF for their face, neck, and décolletage. The little bit of tint that you do get in, oh, and it just came shooting out here, that you do get in the Paula's Choice, you can see it right there. The little bit of tint that you do get, if you are wearing a white or like a really light colored shirt or something, this will rub off just ever so slightly. You'll notice a little bit of that staining on your shirt collar. Obviously not a problem with this. Now, I have taken just some selfies with this and have used a flash. On my very pasty pale skin, there is no white cast or flashback that I could tell in the pictures at all. That being said, I do obviously have very fair skin, and this seems to work just fine for me. In terms of it acting like a makeup primer, it really does, you guys. This, much like the Paula's Choice, actually, I feel like prevents the excess oil from breaking through. The Biossance, my oil broke through and literally separated everything on my face to the point where it did start that sliding process. It's like a landslide. Just a very slow, painful landslide down your face where it just takes all the, it just lifts everything up, takes all the blush, all the foundation, anything else that I might have, and it just like slides down my face. This is essentially like a primer, and I love using SPFs like a primer because one, I think it kind of takes care of both issues at once, your need for SPF and then your need for a potential primer. This really helps to smooth out the look of my pores. It's almost like it sort of fills them in a little bit, but it doesn't clog my pores and it doesn't feel heavy. And at night when I use this, I just use, right now I'm using the Paula's Choice Cleansing Balm Lotion. It's kind of a mix of the two that they just recently came out with. And it, again, removes everything from my face. And I am never left with my face feeling dry or uncomfortable after I put this on. It just feels like my skin, and it protects my skin. SPF 30 for me is my go-to for every single day. When I am actively working outside, I actually use the Color Science SPF 50, and I think that that works great for when I'm working outside. But just for every day, the incidental like sun exposure from me walking down to the mailbox or just popping out into the backyard, taking the dogs out to go potty or something like that, I feel like SPF 30 is great for that. If you are going to be outside for hours and hours on end, I would definitely recommend a higher SPF. I'll put a link for the Color Science one down below. That is one that I recommended last summer for a higher SPF formulation that actually works for an oily skin type. That'll probably be in my recommendations again this year. But this, you guys, is great for that everyday incidental. So if you don't like a tint in your SPF and that is what has turned you off from the Paula's Choice, this doesn't have a tint and it works so well. I can't stress to you how hard and obnoxious it can be to have oily skin and to try to find an SPF that works for you. I think with dry skin, at least the SPF will stick to your face. You don't have to worry about it sliding down. It may accentuate any dry patches that you have or anything like that, but at least you get the SPF to stick to your skin. I think oily skin can be troublesome in that, again, it causes that actual lifting of all of the things and causing them to slide down your face. So I love it. I do. I think that I do want to try the matte formulation from Supergoop here just to try it. But also at the same time, I'm just kind of like, I don't know that I need to. I think this is it. I love the feel of this. I love the wear of it. I love that it essentially acts like a makeup primer. I mean, you guys, my skin looks so good with my makeup over top of this. Like, it really is amazing. You got to check it out. And maybe get it during the sale because saving 20%, always a good thing. So I have found a new second Holy Grail. It actually kicks out some of the other ones that I found last year because it just is even that much better. But yes, I love her. Thank you for coming into my life. And I'm glad I took that trip into Sephora because otherwise I don't know that I would have necessarily thought to look at this one. It wasn't until I was in store and was like looking at all the different sunscreen options that I was like, oh yeah, Supergoop. That's a great brand. I've heard lots of good things. Get it. It's so good. All right, you guys, thank you so much for taking the time to tune in today. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and please subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.